For 130 years, it was known for its railway, the forest, and mining industries. Now it's the biggest boomtown in small-town BC. This week we're in Revelstoke, where a ski hill has put this community at a crossroads. In most small BC towns, the price of a house doesn't go up too much year after year, but in Revelstoke, it's gone up by 20% in each of the last 2 years. That's caused strain at City Hall.
Predominantly a blue-collar town back then, CPR, mining, forestry. Those were the big jobs.
That was when Mayor Gary Sauls moved to town 30 years ago. But now the issues young people face sound a lot like the issues in Vancouver.
Right now we're living with a roommate just to make ends meet. It's working for us for now, but it's not an ideal situation.
We're still selling homes like crazy in Revelstoke, but a lot of people will tell you that the majority aren't people from actually BC. They are Americans or, from over in Asia. A lot of foreign investors that are buying up properties real quick here and not even coming to town to actually purchase them, just purchasing them from another country and then renting them out.
Cody Juncker and Nicole Charlotte are part of a brand new city council, grappling with some of the issues that places in the Lower Mainland did earlier this decade.
We have so many people who work service. So my husband is a chef and I own a business, so we're in retail. I'm 5 years in, we're still not making much money yet for myself. So trying to afford rent at that level. And with so many service jobs, because we are a tourist town, we have lots of jobs in the restaurant industry and retail and service, and those jobs will never pay that much. So why the sudden spike? Well, the same reason as a lot of small BC towns that undergo this sort of transformation: a ski resort.
The influence of the backcountry is huge. I mean, that's why most people are moving here.
Aaron Orlando was part of the past council and the editor of the local magazine. He says people are mostly fine with the trade-offs because of how essential the Revelstoke Mountain Resort was to the town's survival.
We have problems now, but we had problems before. It was a declining resource town. Businesses were closing, people were leaving town, and it really was the existential crisis of the time. Like, what are we going to do? This was the solution, one of the solutions that they put forward to it, and it brings problems with it. But in the now, we say, oh my God, these are really huge problems, but are they better problems than we had before?
But balancing the growth will be the challenge. Already a new hotel and conference center have been approved, and a local developer is pushing council to approve the next stage of a new suburban neighborhood, while people at the lower end are feeling the squeeze.
The seniors and the people that are low income that can barely afford to decide whether or not to feed their family or to keep their lights on or now to pay their property taxes. And that's something that we're really going to have to work hard on to balance here and figure it out.
I'm sure more numbers will come to the community. At what point it will stop, I have no idea. But as long as we adhere to the roots of what the community has and been given over the years, and I can assure you that residents have come to me saying, remember, Gary, where we came from. So when we remember those things as we move forward, we'll keep very much in mind that this is a small community.
Can Revelstoke withstand all those pressures? Only time will tell. But this new council has plenty of examples around BC of what to do and what not to do to keep a place like this affordable. Justin McElroy, CBC News, Revelstoke.